blood, teeth scattered on the concrete floor, a 300-pound Samoan warrior lying unconscious backstage, and the entire WWE universe demanding answers. What you're about to witness is one of the most shocking mysteries in recent SmackDown history, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you're going to see this story in a completely different light. Listen, before we dive deep into the chaos that unfolded, I need you to understand something. What happened to Jacob Fatu wasn't just an attack. It was a calculated assassination of a man's championship dreams. And right now, the wrestling world is torn apart trying to figure out who destroyed one of the most dangerous men in WWE. If you've been following this story, if you care about justice, if you want to know the truth, then you need to stay with me until the very end of this video. Because what I'm about to break down for you will change everything you think you know. And listen, I'm going to ask you for something right now, and I'm asking because this channel, SLAMZONE, is built on a community of wrestling fans just like you who refuse to accept surface-level storytelling. We dig deeper. We find the truth. And we support each other through every twist, every turn, every shocking moment. So if you believe in real wrestling analysis, if you want to be part of a family that actually cares about this business, then hit that subscribe button right now. Tap that notification bell because these stories develop fast, and you don't want to miss a single update. And please, drop a comment below telling me who you think attacked Jacob Fatu. Your voice matters here. This is your community. Now let's get into it. October 17, 2025. SmackDown opens with electricity in the air. General Manager Nick Aldis stands in the center of the ring, and he's got an announcement that has the San Jose crowd on their feet. Tonight's main event is no longer just a match. It's a #1 contenders showdown. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. Winner gets Cody Rhodes and the undisputed WWE Championship at Saturday night's main event. Can you imagine the stakes? Two absolute warriors, two men who have been tearing each other apart for weeks, finally getting the chance to prove who deserves that golden opportunity. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, the man who turned his back on Solo Sikoa and helped Sami Zayn capture the United States Championship. Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, a former WWE champion who has sacrificed everything: his family, his sanity, his very soul for one more shot at glory. The anticipation is suffocating. You can feel it through the screen. The WWE Universe knows that whoever wins this match is walking into Saturday night's main event with momentum, with fire, with everything to gain. And backstage, Cody Rhodes himself appears with Jacob Fatu, the champion and the challenger sharing a moment. Fatu gets a massive hometown reaction. The energy is building. This is what professional wrestling is all about. Two titans about to collide, and the winner earns immortality. But here's where everything changes. The main event arrives. Drew McIntyre's music hits, and the Scottish warrior walks to the ring with that look in his eyes. That look that says he's already won. That confidence, that arrogance, that absolute certainty that tonight belongs to him. The crowd is hot. They're ready. The anticipation has reached a fever pitch. And then Jacob Fatu's music hits. But nobody walks out. The music plays, the lights flash, and the entrance ramp remains empty. Michael Cole and Corey Graves are confused. The referee looks toward the stage. Drew McIntyre stands in the ring with a smirk starting to form on his face. Something is wrong. Something is terribly, terribly wrong. Then the cameras cut backstage, and what we see is absolute carnage. Jacob Fatu is lying motionless on the concrete floor. Production equipment is scattered everywhere, crushing down on his body like someone dropped an entire scaffolding on top of him. Medical personnel are rushing to the scene. Officials are screaming for help. And then you see it. Blood, pouring from Jacob Fatu's mouth, pooling on the floor beneath him, and scattered around his head like evidence at a crime scene. Teeth. Actual teeth knocked clean out of his mouth. The crowd in the arena gasps. The commentary team is stunned into silence. This isn't a storyline punch. This isn't a worked angle that went a little too far. This looks real. This looks brutal. This looks like someone tried to end Jacob Fatu's career right there in the back hallway of the arena. Back in the ring, Drew McIntyre is standing there, and now that smirk has transformed into full-blown mockery. He starts laughing. He demands that the referee raise his hand. He tells Nick Aldis to declare him the winner by forfeit. Jacob Fatu can't compete? Then I'm the #1 contender. Raise my hand. Give me what I deserve. And this is where the story takes another turn. Because Drew McIntyre is the obvious suspect, right? He's the heel. He's the man with the most to gain from Fatu being taken out. He's been attacking people backstage for months. He's been obsessed with getting back to the WWE Championship. Of course it was Drew McIntyre. But then Drew looks directly into the camera and says something that sends chills down your spine. I didn't do this. He says it with conviction, with anger, with genuine frustration in his voice. And Nick Aldis steps forward, threatening disciplinary action if he finds out McIntyre was involved, but Drew cuts him off. You think I did this? You think I'm the kind of man who needs to take shortcuts? I wanted to beat Jacob Fatu in the middle of this ring, in front of the world, and prove that I'm better than him. Why would I take that away from myself? And you know what? For just a moment, you almost believe him. But there's no time to process that thought. Because Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, comes charging out from the back. And this isn't the smiling, fan-friendly American nightmare we've all come to know. This is a man possessed by rage. He's not in his ring gear. He's wearing a dress shirt and slacks. He doesn't care. He slides into the ring and gets right in Drew McIntyre's face. "You did this. I know you did this. And you're going to pay for it right now." The crowd explodes. Cody demands a match on the spot. Drew tries to talk his way out of it, but Cody isn't hearing any of it. He shoves McIntyre. Drew shoves back. And then all hell breaks loose. These two men start throwing punches like their lives depend on it. Security tries to separate them, but they can't. Officials flood the ring, and it takes nearly a dozen people to keep these two warriors apart. Nick Aldis, seeing the chaos, has no choice. He makes it official. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Right here, right now. The bell rings, and this match is underway. What follows is not a wrestling match. This is a fight. This is violence. Cody Rhodes is throwing haymakers with bad intentions. Drew McIntyre is absorbing punishment and firing back with equal fury. The commentators can't even keep up with the action. They're questioning whether the WWE Championship is even on the line. Nobody knows the rules anymore. This has descended into pure chaos. And then Cody Rhodes does something that nobody expected. He grabs the WWE Championship belt. He looks at it. That gold that represents everything he's worked for, everything he's sacrificed, everything his family name stands for. And then he looks at Drew McIntyre. And without hesitation, Cody swings that belt like a baseball bat and cracks Drew right across the skull. The bell rings. Disqualification. Cody Rhodes just got himself disqualified in his own match. But he doesn't care. The referee tries to restore order, but Cody isn't done. He grabs Drew and tries to put him through a table with a crossroads. Officials manage to stop that, but they can't stop what happens next. Cody Rhodes climbs to the top rope. Drew McIntyre is surrounded by security and officials on the outside, and Cody launches himself off the turnbuckle with a dive that takes out everyone. Bodies go flying. The crowd is losing their minds. This is absolute insanity. Now, I need to pause here and talk to you for a second, because what we just witnessed is only the beginning of this story. Over the next week, this mystery deepens in ways that nobody saw coming. And if you want to understand the full scope of what's happening, if you want to be part of the conversation when the truth finally comes out, then you need to hit the like button right now. Show me that you're invested in this. Show me that you care about real storytelling. And subscribe to SLAMZONE so you don't miss a single update. Because I promise you, this story is about to get even more intense. 1 week later, SmackDown opens with Cody Rhodes addressing the crowd. He's asking them a question: should I apologize for hitting Drew McIntyre with the championship belt? And the crowd responds with a resounding no. They support their champion. They understand his anger. But then Drew McIntyre appears, climbing through the audience, microphone in hand. And this is where Drew makes his case. "You all think it was me? Me? It's always Drew, always the scapegoat. Cody, I hate that family. I hate them all. But I am innocent." And here's where it gets interesting, because Drew then pivots and suggests another suspect. "You talked to Jimmy USO, Cody. You think maybe it was him? The black sheep of the family?" His brother G has another title match lined up. Jimmy doesn't. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Maybe he took a page out of his wife Naomi's playbook. He doesn't get to finish that sentence. Because Jimmy USO comes charging down the ramp and unleashes a brutal assault on Drew McIntyre. These two men are throwing bombs at each other. The crowd is going insane. And Nick Aldis makes another match official: Jimmy USO versus Drew McIntyre, no disqualification, main event. The match happens. It's violent. It's personal. And Drew McIntyre wins with a devastating Claymore kick. But after the match, in one of the most haunting images in recent memory, Drew wraps a steel chair around Jimmy USO's neck. Security is trying to stop him. Officials are pleading with him. And Drew is screaming at the top of his lungs, over and over again, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it." It's not the most innocent look, standing there with a chair wrapped around another man's head while professing innocence. But there's something in his voice. Something genuine. Something that makes you question everything. Cody Rhodes runs down to make the save, chasing Drew away. But then Cody makes the classic babyface mistake: he turns his back on the villain. And Drew McIntyre rushes back in and attacks the champion from behind. More chaos. More violence. More questions. So let's break down the suspects. Because this is where the mystery truly becomes fascinating. Suspect number 1, Drew McIntyre. He's the obvious choice. He had the most to gain from Fatu being taken out. He was already backstage, lurking around before the attack. He's attacked Fatu multiple times before. On October 10th, Drew jumped Jacob from behind and brutalized him with kicks and punches until Nick Aldis and security intervened. This isn't out of character for the Scottish psychopath. Plus, the timing is suspicious. The moment Fatu is taken out, Drew immediately demands to be named #1 contender. That's not the behavior of an innocent man. But here's the problem: Drew McIntyre has always taken credit for his attacks. He's never been the type to hide in the shadows. If Drew did it, why wouldn't he brag about eliminating his biggest obstacle? Suspect number 2, Randy Orton. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Think about this. Randy Orton has been conspicuously absent from television recently. He was feuding with Drew McIntyre over the summer, but then he just disappeared. Randy has a history with Jacob Fatu. Back when Fatu first debuted, he was attacking both Orton and Cody Rhodes as part of Solo Sikoa's crew. Randy Orton is a master of mind games. He's the Viper. He strikes when you least expect it. What if Orton saw Fatu as a threat to his best friend Cody Rhodes? What if he took out Jacob to protect the champion? Or what if Orton has his own designs on that WWE championship and decided to eliminate a dangerous contender before he even got his shot? Randy Orton attacking people in the dark, playing psychological warfare, that's classic Viper behavior. That's a return to the character that made him one of the most dangerous men in WWE history. Suspect number 3, Solo Sikoa and the MFTs. Don't forget, on that same episode of SmackDown, Solo Sikoa's faction attacked multiple people backstage. They jumped Rey Fenix. They assaulted Sami Zayn and Ilja Dragunov in the ring. Solo Sikoa has made it clear that he wants his family tree to hold all the championships. Jacob Fatu betrayed Solo. He cost Solo the United States Championship. Taking out Fatu and eliminating him from title contention would be the perfect revenge. It sends a message to anyone who crosses the MFTs. It re-establishes their dominance. And it removes a major obstacle from their path to championship gold. Suspect number 4, Aleister Black. This might seem like a dark horse candidate, but hear me out. Aleister Black returned to WWE earlier this year and has been on an absolute tear of destruction. He defeated Damian Priest in a last man standing match, using a fireball to burn him. Black has said that he and Zelina Vega aren't not the infection, but the mirror that shows it. He's embraced a character that thrives on chaos and violence. Black has been searching for his next victim. What if Jacob Fatu, one of the most dominant forces on SmackDown, was simply the next name on his list? Attacking someone backstage, leaving them bloody and broken, that absolutely fits Aleister Black's dark character. And finally, suspect number 5, this one is going to sound crazy, but stay with me. What if it was Cody Rhodes himself? Think about how aggressive and vicious Cody was in that match against Drew McIntyre. Eye gouging, biting, using the championship belt as a weapon. That's not normal Cody Rhodes behavior. What if the American Nightmare is beginning a transformation? What if he saw Jacob Fatu as a threat to his championship reign and decided to eliminate him before Fatu even got his shot? Then Cody stages this whole emotional response, attacking Drew McIntyre, making everyone think he's the righteous champion seeking justice. It would be the perfect cover. Nobody would suspect the babyface champion. This could be the beginning of a Cody Rhodes heel turn that's been teased for months. Every suspect has motive. Every suspect has opportunity. And that's what makes this mystery so compelling. WWE has given us a genuine whodunit, and the wrestling world is divided on who's responsible. Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf, a man who was on the verge of competing for the biggest prize in professional wrestling, was taken out in the most brutal way imaginable. His teeth were knocked out. His title dreams were shattered. And somewhere in the back of that arena, someone is walking around knowing they got away with it. For now. But here's what I believe. I believe that when the truth comes out, when the real attacker is finally revealed, it's going to send shockwaves through the entire WWE universe. Because this isn't just about Jacob Fatu. This is about championship opportunities. This is about who gets to stand across the ring from Cody Rhodes. This is about power, control, and the lengths people will go to secure their place at the top of this industry. Drew McIntyre went on to face Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event on November 1st for the WWE Championship. That match has already happened. But the mystery remains unsolved. Jacob Fatu is still out of action, recovering from this vicious assault. And the person responsible is still out there, watching, waiting, knowing that at any moment, the truth could be exposed. This is the kind of storytelling that makes professional wrestling the most compelling form of entertainment on the planet. This is why we watch. This is why we care. This is why we analyze every detail, every clue, every possible suspect. Because when the payoff comes, when that reveal finally happens, it's going to be worth everything. So I want to hear from you. I need to hear from you. Who do you think attacked Jacob Fatu? Is it the obvious suspect, Drew McIntyre, who stands to gain the most? Is it Randy Orton, the master manipulator playing chess while everyone else plays checkers? Is it Solo Sikoa and the MFTs seeking revenge for Fatu's betrayal? Is it Aleister Black, continuing his reign of terror? Or is it the unthinkable Cody Rhodes protecting his championship by any means necessary? Drop your theories in the comments right now. Tell me who you think did it and why. Because that's what this channel is about. We don't just watch wrestling, we dissect it, we debate it, we live it. And I read every single comment. Your voice matters here at SLAMZONE. And please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Share this video with every wrestling fan you know. Because this mystery is far from over, and when the truth finally comes out, you're going to want to be part of the conversation. This community is growing every single day, and I want you to be part of it. I want you in this family. Before I go, let me leave you with this thought. In professional wrestling, the truth always comes out eventually. Secrets can't stay buried forever. Someone always slips up. Someone always reveals too much. And when that moment comes, when we finally know who attacked Jacob Fatu, when we finally get our answers, the fallout is going to be massive. Championship opportunities will change. careers will be altered, and the WWE landscape will never be the same. Jacob Fatu will return. That's not a question, it's a guarantee. The Samoan werewolf is too talented, too dangerous, too important to stay away forever. And when he comes back, when he's healed and ready for revenge, whoever attacked him better be prepared, because hell is coming with him. Until then, keep watching SmackDown. Keep following this story. Keep coming back to SlamZone for the latest updates and analysis, because I'm not letting this go until we get answers, and neither should you. This has been SlamZone, bringing you the real talk, the deep analysis, and the wrestling content you deserve. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay sharp, stay loyal, and keep demanding the truth. Because in this business, the truth always matters. Peace.